It's Friday, and we are record watching, kind of, right, for today's high
We
temp?
are. I mean, we're almost there, right? We were 57 at like 7 o'clock this morning. We only got 4 degrees to go.
Yeah, 61, the record out at the airport. I'm Rod.
I'm Chris.
All right. Hey, happy Friday. Want to talk quickly about the weather changes coming up this weekend, and then my partner Chris is going to get in more to the cold air that we're tracking. But take a look at the map. And in yellow, notice this is just north of Madras, so much of Wasco County, and then out through parts of 84 into the, just kind of nipping into the blues, and up through the Columbia Basin of Washington. A high wind watch. Now, this is for overnight tonight, and then through the day tomorrow, expiring at 6. 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts from the south. So keep that in mind. All right, our headlines. Today, we've had some showers around Astoria and also up north around Longview and Kelso. But for Portland down in Salem, we believe we stay dry. A south breeze, near record high temperatures. Again, Chris mentioned to 57 this morning. 61 is all we need to tie the record. Then a cold front tomorrow brings in the rain, the cold northwest winds, the falling snow levels. By Sunday, it's a chilly day with heavy downpours, rain showers, maybe some hail. I think a good bet we'll see hail showers due to cold air aloft and maybe even a bit of a snow mix. And we'll be tracking the following snow levels, lowering during the day tomorrow all the way to 2,000. And then by Saturday overnight into Sunday morning at 1,000 feet, that would mean snowy conditions potentially over the Coast Range passes, at least some of them. And certainly we think the Cascade passes will be quite snowy during the day Sunday. And at 1,000 feet, you know where you live. Maybe you live on a high hill up in the woodland area of Washington or even Mount Scott. I mean, don't be shocked if you get a little dusting of snow, if you see a heavy passing snow shower. And then Tuesday, we start to moderate. So just real quick, back to today's warmth. The forecast model says it shows 62 in Albany at 3 p.m. today and 60 in Salem. And there's the warm number for the Rose City. Whoa!
The bottom dropped out.
And then Saturday, see that high of 52 on Saturday? That could be when you wake up in the morning. And then showers pick up and we have temperatures at times in the mid-40s in the afternoon, potentially. And then Sunday bounces on the valley floor above freezing between about 35 and 42. So if you get caught in the downpour Saturday afternoon, it could be 37, 38 degrees at that time. That's chilly. And then dry weather for a day comes on Monday. But yeah, cold air coming.
That's going to be a super fun Sunday for my long run, kind of dodging the.
Ooh, are you training or that's just part of what you do?
Just adding some long, adding some long runs in there. And it's always fun to get out about an hour into it and then just get stuck under a 38-degree downpour.
That's cold.
That's cold. It'll be a good weekend up on the mountain, though.
Be a good week on the couch watching the Super Bowl.
That too, yes.
But yeah, the mountain snow. I mean, it's hard to tell how much snow they get tomorrow because it will correlate with how quickly those snow levels fall.
Drop, right, yeah.
But gosh, they've got to.
Sunday's got to be a good
at least
day,
a foot from Saturday night through Sunday, right?
So that's got to be Sunday's got to be your day to go to the mountain. If you're looking, the better the 2 days.
Right.
The more sure thing of the 2 days up on the mountain is going to be Sunday. Watch the temperature drop here. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and take box 2. I mean, we literally are going from 60, and then this is the animation here to watch how those temperatures just kind of fall during the day tomorrow. And that pink line that we highlighted on there, I like to put that on there. Maybe sometimes it's a bit of a visual distraction, but it helps to kind of highlight the areas that will be below freezing. So everywhere that's kind of encircled in pink is below the freezing mark, and that's Sunday morning.
That's all of Washington County, it looks like, and parts of Yamhill County.
And then parts of, at least the Coast Range and whatnot, and then, East Multnomah County, and maybe, at least it's picking up on some of the topography in the West Hills, so that lends to your point of like, hey, maybe a little dusting in some of the higher terrain. Sunday afternoon does not warm up much. I mean, that's cold. We're talking struggling to get to 40.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then Monday morning, I know we didn't talk about like any, a threat for any valley snow or anything like that because there's just not enough moisture. Classic case of moisture's moving out as the cold air really gets cold enough. But there certainly could be some slick spots Monday morning with temperatures widespread below the freezing mark for the Monday morning commute. So,
have you had a chance to stare at Tuesday? Tuesday, I think depending on the cloud cover, we potentially could be around freezing Tuesday morning, and then there's some moisture trying to come in, and I'm thinking, could Tuesday's moisture even come in during the morning hours and some areas get caught with a little bit of a wintry mix?
We'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's.
We'll watch closely. Of course, that's 3-4 days away. Yeah. So in the meantime, of course, we are closing the books on the wettest January in 14 years.
Wow, yeah, 2006.
Interestingly, nowhere near a record, but just notable that we've had a couple dry winters.
Right.
So let's get back to the graphic here. If we don't get another drop of rain at PDX. January goes in the books with 7.58 inches. So that'll be the most. That'll be the rainiest month since February
of 2017.
Yeah. So that's 3.
And what this has done, you may recall, we quickly racked up that 5-6 inch plus deficit back in November into the first part of December because it was so dry.
We had an inch and a half of rain, I think, or something like that in November. November is our rainiest month. So we typically get about 5.5 inches of rain. So we only had an inch and a half that month, and a little bit more. Well, we had like 4 or something in December.
So we started yesterday with the rain deficit that at one time was above 6 inches for the water year, which starts on October 1st. And starting yesterday, the rain deficit had been chopped all the way down to 3.91 inches below normal. So that's some good news. We made a significant dent in that rain deficit.
And why that's significant too, aside from just the big, making that up, it's hard to make it up in the part of the year that is already the rainiest that it's going to be, right? Yeah. So that we added to was that was impressive.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's walk you through the weekend with I know Rod talked about the rain and snow. Here's a look at the Euro here, and if you're interested in what's going on up in the mountain, this will interest you to watch all that green change to white and blue. So there'll be a good weekend up on the slopes, and as Rod mentioned, snowy coastal passes as well, and. Yeah, and hopefully on Monday morning for you, celebrating
celebrating a Kansas City Chiefs
victory.
Yeah, so I realize some folks may not care who wins the Super Bowl. A lot of you may be San Francisco 49ers, but I ask you to consider this. What about the children of the city of Kansas City? Think about them and who they would want to win this big game.
They have not seen.
Think of the adults.
Team
think of the old people in Kansas City. Think of the people of Kansas City.
Think of Rod Hill.
We better get out of here.
Yes. See ya.
Have a good weekend.